Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Syracuse Orange. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Handoff on a single back formation. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Offense will keep it on the ground here. Runs through the defender. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Drops back. Looking to throw for it on third down. And looking for a big play here. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that is a tough way to start this game for this offense, throwing an interception on their first drive. Big thing now is you go to the sideline, talk to the offensive coordinator, make a couple adjustments, and come back and play with confidence next time you get the ball.
First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Wasting no time. He's going to go deep on the first play. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is good. Now they get set to kick it away. He He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And they'll use the ground game here. Great cut. They whiff on him. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? At the 20. Inside the 10. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. They're setting out to try the PAT. And there's the point after. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Comes the Kent State offense on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Good catch just past the first down line to allow the drive to continue. It's a nice play by the quarterback and wide receiver there.
Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
You know, on a slant route, you'd like to see some big yards after the catch. But the defense has such tight coverage, there's just nowhere to go. That's a win for the defense, even though they gave up a completion.
That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Golden Flashes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around and catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. The ball spotted at the 17. Would have been better off just taking a knee. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Out of the gun now on third down. Lets it fly to the wideout. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wideout. And it's complete downfield. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. the shotgun. Drops back looking for an open man. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
They're going to run it. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
But this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The attempt will be from 42 yards out. And that one's straight down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Kent State's offense back out there now. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Here's the throw deep downfield. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Kent State.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense trots that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. Will start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense got out-muscled at the point of attack there, and the back showed good vision to get to the hole and get the first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Gets made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Pulls it in. It's Thorne. You get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Syracuse has moved into the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And it's incomplete. Just
is in the reach
of the receiver. The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fired into a tight window and picked off. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Golden Flash's offense retakes the field now. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He hands it off from the gun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. This time, a completion. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The Golden Flashes pick up enough to get a first down there. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. Contact as he let the ball go. And that's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Stop quickly at the 13, but here we are in the red zone.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And the wideout goes in motion. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that run produces a decent gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. The Golden Flashes line up with a first and goal. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they'll get him down that time. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. As a design quarterback keeper. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. And he'll set up to throw. It's a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So after giving up a safety, here's the free kick. Bringing it back, it's Cole.
The return is brought down at the 36, and the Kent State offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Kent State offense on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And now they run the draw play. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. The Golden Flashes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he runs it out just short of the end zone there.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Kent State.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Point after, not quite through. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Turn starts inside the 15. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And the runner takes off to his right. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Kent State's offense back out there now. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The Golden Flashes looking to keep this drive moving.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
The Golden Flashes will line up on 1st and 10. It's a draw to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
There you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pass is caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here, so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's an out route, the catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. They'll run it here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
Get set.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a few.
Touchdown, golden flashes, and the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. On 1st down, it's play action. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. Well, the huge hit there. You half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
It's a quick grab. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
3rd down upcoming after that completion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Catch is made along the sideline just before going out of bounds. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the 2nd half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Longer, moves.
Third down, out of the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Boy, third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Cobra.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, what a great job here by the quarterback, working through his progressions and staying patient. He didn't panic. He didn't get out of there. He knew that his back, if he could get the ball in his hands, had a chance to pick up the first down. It's exactly what he's able to do.
And it's caught.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Second down, they're going to throw it. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. Time for one more play here in the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The defense gets him behind the line as time expires in the third period. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. He's tackled but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here we go. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Shotgun formation here on third down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman. And they'll set up now for the extra point drop. And it's good. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Golden Flash's offense retakes the field now. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going?
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Important third down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
There's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
325.
Snags the quick throw. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
The Golden Flashes are moving quickly down the field. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The Golden Flashes are in the red zone now.
Jackrabbit.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down this possession. Here's 3rd and 5. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down. The Golden Flashes looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Down he goes, a sack.
Well, that's a big sack by this defense here on 1st down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a 1st and goal situation.
Tough situation here. 2nd and goal all the way back to the 15. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Touchdown, Kent State. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Automatic on the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This has been a demolition, a monumental beatdown. Time to just put the controller down and walk away. On the run, he'll let it go. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Man, when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.